I have to admit, when I first tried Grindstone, I didn't think much of it. It seemed too simplistic, and to be honest, with all the games available on Apple Arcade, I didn't give it a fair chance, because I was trying to play everything. I decided to give it another shot after reading some positive reviews, and then I really started to appreciate this game. So what is Grindstone? It's a puzzle game where you play as George. You want to head up to the top of the mountain, but to do so you have to defeat hundreds of monsters. It's a puzzle game where you move George around the screen, killing monsters by chaining a path through the same color monsters. You have to kill monsters of the same color unless you get a Grindstone. If you kill more than 10 monsters in a row, then a Grindstone appears. And when you chain attacks through a Grindstone, you can change the color of the monsters you're attacking. You can use this to create long chains of monsters to kill, and once you kill a certain number of monsters, you unlock the exit. The game starts off simple enough, but it throws so many different challenges at you that later levels are extremely complicated. Not only do monsters attack back and become more aggressive the longer it takes you to leave the level, but there are tougher enemies that require you to have built a certain combo chain in order to kill them. For example, there are wizard monsters that require you to have built a chain of 5 specific color monsters before you can kill them. Thieves must be killed quickly or they'll steal all the treasure on the screen. And there's zombie monsters that you kill, but they come back to life if you don't destroy their remains. There are so many other types of monsters that you encounter, and there are also boss battles at the end of each section of the mountain that I found quite tricky, as they can only be damaged in a certain way, and figuring out how to do that while surviving was not easy. I found that generally hitting the specific number of monsters and running out the exit wasn't too hard, but then you miss out on all the treasures and materials in the level. These materials can come in handy later on to recharge your healing potion or other spells. Grindstone has a lot of charm in the animations and expressions of George and the monsters, like the scared expression on the monsters as you set up a chain to kill them, knowing that they will die. Grindstone is a tricky puzzle game, but it can be extremely satisfying at times when you set up a long chain through 20 monsters, killing the tough boss monsters and grabbing treasure at the same time. There's an inn where you can recharge your health or craft new gear from blueprints you find in treasure chests. You have 3 hearts, and your number of hearts carries over between levels, which adds an extra layer of challenge. You pay to recover your hearts using grindstones, so I did find the need to replay earlier levels to grind occasionally. Fortunately, the game gives you a reason to revisit earlier levels. At the inn, you get challenges, which I found really interesting. The challenges varied from executing a long chain, or trying to finish a level in just a few moves, or completing a chain while grabbing items on the grid. I liked how the challenges gave me an extra goal to play for and tested my skills. Grindstone is brilliant. It's clever, charming, challenging, and very satisfying. It's a real test of your brain, but I also found it extremely addictive. It's also great for gaming on the go. Levels are short, and you can play it with one hand just using your thumb to control George. This is a definite recommend from me, and very much worth your time. So guys, have you played Grindstone? And what did you think of it? Leave a comment below, and as always, thanks for watching.